Karen Clark Sheard has spent decades inspiring audiences through gospel music, faith, and powerful testimony. Known around the world for her incredible vocals, emotional performances, and unwavering spiritual presence, she has become one of the most respected voices in gospel history. For many fans, her life and marriage represented stability, strength, and deep commitment rooted in faith. That is why recent conversations surrounding a deeply personal revelation about her marriage to Bishop J. Drew Sheard have captured so much attention across the gospel community and social media. For years, Karen Clark Sheard and Bishop J. Drew Sheard were viewed as one of gospel culture's most admired couples. Married for more than 3 decades, they often appeared united through ministry, music, family, and church leadership. To many supporters, their relationship symbolized endurance, loyalty, partnership, and faith. They built a public image centered around spiritual leadership and family values while raising children and serving within the church community together. Because of that image, fans were surprised when Karen opened up publicly about painful struggles within their marriage. The revelation immediately sparked emotional reactions because many people rarely see highly respected public faith leaders discuss deeply personal marital pain so openly. In a world where celebrity relationships are often carefully protected from public scrutiny, Karen's honesty stood out in a powerful and unexpected way. The conversation reportedly emerged during an interview where Karen Clark Sheard reflected on the realities of marriage, commitment, forgiveness, and healing. Rather than presenting her relationship as flawless or untouched by hardship, she acknowledged that their marriage had faced serious challenges behind the scenes. Her willingness to discuss those struggles publicly created a wave of conversation online among fans, church communities, and supporters who admired her courage. One of the reasons the revelation resonated so strongly is because Karen Clark Sheard has long been viewed as a symbol of faith, strength, and grace. Audiences often associate gospel icons with spiritual stability and emotional resilience, which can sometimes create unrealistic assumptions that their personal lives are free from pain or conflict. Karen's honesty reminded many people that even the strongest relationships can experience heartbreak, disappointment, and difficult seasons. According to the discussion surrounding the interview, Karen revealed that she had endured infidelity within her marriage. That admission immediately became the center of attention because of both the emotional weight of the topic and the respect many people have for her family and ministry. Fans reacted with shock, sympathy, admiration, and curiosity all at once. For some people, hearing Karen speak openly about such personal pain made her even more relatable and inspiring. Many viewers praised her vulnerability and honesty, especially because discussions about marital struggles are often considered deeply private within faith communities. By choosing to speak publicly, Karen appeared to offer transparency instead of maintaining the image of perfection many people may have expected. Her comments also sparked larger conversations about forgiveness, healing, trust, and the realities of long-term relationships. Many supporters pointed out that marriage, especially one lasting decades, often involves seasons of hardship that outsiders never fully see. Karen's willingness to acknowledge painful experiences reminded audiences that relationships require ongoing effort, faith, and emotional resilience. At the same time, the revelation naturally generated strong emotional responses from fans who felt protective of Karen Clark Sheard. Some people expressed heartbreak hearing that someone so admired had experienced betrayal within her marriage. Others focused more on her strength and the fact that she chose healing and restoration rather than allowing pain to destroy her family completely. One reason the confession attracted so much attention is because Karen and Bishop Sheard have long represented leadership within gospel culture. Their family is deeply connected to church ministry, gospel music, and spiritual influence. As public figures associated with faith and Christian values, personal revelations about marriage carry even greater emotional and symbolic significance for audiences. In many religious communities, discussions about infidelity and marital struggles are often approached carefully because of concerns about image, leadership, and public perception. That is why Karen's openness felt especially meaningful to many people. Instead of hiding behind perfection, she acknowledged real emotional pain and the complicated process of working through it. Some fans interpreted her confession as an act of ministry in itself. They believed her honesty could help couples facing similar struggles privately feel less alone or ashamed. By speaking openly about pain and healing, Karen may have unintentionally encouraged deeper conversations within church communities about emotional honesty, forgiveness, and marital recovery. Another major reason people connected with her story is because it highlighted the human side of public figures. Fans often admire celebrities, pastors, and gospel artists from a distance without realizing they face many of the same emotional struggles ordinary people experience. Karen Clark Sheard's revelation reminded audiences that fame and spiritual leadership do not eliminate personal challenges or heartbreak. At the same time, many people praised the dignity and grace with which she discussed the situation. Rather than appearing bitter or focused on blame, Karen reportedly framed the conversation around resilience, faith, healing, and perseverance. That approach reflected the same spiritual strength many fans have admired throughout her music and ministry career. Her willingness to remain vulnerable also reflected broader conversations happening today about emotional transparency and authenticity. Increasingly, audiences appreciate public figures who speak honestly about difficult experiences instead of pretending everything is perfect. Karen's confession aligned with that shift toward openness and realism. The response online demonstrated just how deeply respected she remains within gospel culture. Social media reactions included countless messages of support, admiration, prayer, and gratitude for her honesty. Many people expressed appreciation for seeing someone they admire discuss marriage struggles without losing faith or hope. For some viewers, the revelation also challenged unrealistic expectations about relationships. Public couples are often idealized by fans who assume long marriages automatically mean the absence of hardship or betrayal. Karen's story reminded audiences that even deeply committed couples can encounter painful obstacles requiring forgiveness, communication, and emotional healing. At the center of many reactions was admiration for Karen's strength. It takes enormous courage for anyone, especially a highly respected public figure, to discuss personal heartbreak publicly. Doing so risks judgment, speculation, gossip, and emotional vulnerability. Yet many fans felt her honesty reflected integrity rather than weakness. Her story also reignited conversations about forgiveness within marriage and faith communities. Some people praised her willingness to work through pain and remain committed to her relationship. Others debated the emotional complexity involved in rebuilding trust after betrayal. Regardless of personal opinions, most people agreed that her honesty sparked meaningful discussion. The timing of the revelation also contributed to public interest. In today's social media era, deeply personal celebrity confessions spread rapidly online and often become viral discussion topics within hours. Fans dissect interviews, share clips, and debate emotional details across platforms almost immediately. Karen Clark Sheard's comments became part of that larger digital conversation very quickly. Despite the emotional weight of the topic, many supporters emphasized the positive aspects of her testimony. They focused on themes of resilience, restoration, and emotional growth rather than scandal or drama. For these fans, Karen's story represented hope that even painful situations can be survived through faith, honesty, and perseverance. Her openness may also have strengthened her connection with audiences who appreciate authenticity from spiritual leaders and public figures. In recent years, many people have grown skeptical of overly polished public images that hide personal struggles completely. Karen's willingness to reveal imperfection may have made her feel even more genuine and relatable to supporters. At the same time, the situation highlights how difficult it can be for public couples to navigate private pain under public scrutiny. Every revelation becomes headline material, and deeply emotional experiences often turn into online debate topics. That level of attention can intensify already painful personal situations. Still, Karen Clark Sheard's approach appeared focused less on controversy and more on healing and truth. Rather than exposing details for drama or attention, her comments seemed rooted in honesty and reflection about the realities of marriage and long-term commitment. Fans also noted how her testimony aligned with many themes already present in her music and ministry. Throughout her career, Karen has often sung about perseverance, faith during hardship, emotional healing, and trusting God through difficult seasons. Her openness about personal pain gave those messages even deeper emotional meaning for some listeners. For many supporters, her story became less about scandal and more about courage. Marriage struggles, betrayal, and emotional healing are realities many people face privately every day. Seeing someone widely admired discuss those experiences openly helped normalize conversations that are often hidden behind shame or silence. As conversations continue online, many people remain inspired by Karen Clark Sheard's vulnerability and emotional strength. Her willingness to speak honestly about pain while still emphasizing faith and perseverance left a powerful impression on audiences across the gospel world and beyond. Ultimately, the impact of her confession extends far beyond celebrity gossip or public curiosity. It reflects deeper conversations about relationships, forgiveness, emotional honesty, and the reality that even admired public figures face deeply human struggles behind closed doors. Karen Clark Sheard's story reminds audiences that strength does not mean avoiding hardship altogether. Sometimes true strength comes from surviving painful experiences, speaking honestly about them, and continuing forward with grace, faith, and compassion despite emotional wounds. That honesty is likely one reason her confession resonated so deeply with so many people. Beneath the headlines and public reactions lies a story about vulnerability, endurance, healing, and the complicated realities of love and commitment over time. Thanks for the watching and subscribe.